Today we're going to take a look at Gauntlet for the NES. Originally it was released in the arcade in 1985, and in 1987 its port came to the NES. Now its port was no mirror image of the arcade, but it was still fun to play when you couldn't be at the arcade. Now there's two versions of the cartridge. The gray version that's licensed by Nintendo, and then the black cartridge that's unlicensed. I don't own the black cartridge, but I do have the licensed version. Gauntlet was published and developed by Tengen. I believe Atari owns the copyright to it. On the title screen it shows a copyright symbol next to Atari Games. As far as I know, they did not work on the development of this game for NES. Gauntlet gives you the ability to choose from 4 different characters. You can play as a warrior, a Valkyrie, wizard, or an elf. They each have their pros and cons. The warrior is extremely slow, but takes very little damage. The Valkyrie takes very little damage as well, and is faster than the warrior. She is a great middle-class character. The wizard is quick, but takes damage very easily. The elf is extremely fast, but also takes damage very easily. When playing the game for the first time, I think it's best to play with the Valkyrie. You will have more of a chance of staying alive. Gauntlet's style is a bit different from other platforming games we used to play for the NES. It gives you a top-down view for each level. This allows you to see the bigger picture for each dungeon. You must navigate your way through each maze, finding treasures, bombs, power-ups, potions, and food that will raise your health. The health in the game is treated very differently than most games. You will notice your health continues to drop every second, just like a timer. Taking damage will drop your life even faster. It makes it very difficult to stay alive because you have both factors working against you. The good news is that by collecting the treasures you can eventually increase your health. This is very important because the farther you get in the game, the more enemies there are and the more insane it gets. Getting to the bonus rounds will also help your survival. There are various enemy spawners located throughout each level. Some are represented by a pile of bones or other object. By destroying these spawners, you can stop the flow of enemies. Otherwise, there will be an infinite flow of enemies out of them until they completely fill a particular section, making it almost impossible to get through without taking some kind of damage. While on your journey through the winding mazes filled with traps and countless enemies, you will have to find keys that unlock doors. The doors are represented as white bars that span from wall to wall. It is important to choose what doors you should unlock. It is possible to use your last key in the wrong section, making it impossible to get to the exit. At this point you will just have to die and give it another try. After reaching the exit to the level, you will be taken to a map screen showing your progress. The bonus rounds are represented as the $ blocks. The brick blocks represent each standard level you will play, and the question mark blocks represent the exit out of the current world you're in. If you're looking for a game that has extreme challenge, well, you've found it. Gauntlet is very challenging and difficult. I've come close to beating the game, but never have. If you're looking for something different than your typical platformer, give Gauntlet a try.